It's a pattern. I think something different needs to take place. Otherwise, it's going to continue occurring like this. He has a son who's almost 30. He knows how this process works. And I don't believe the story about the taxes because he hasn't worked. That's why he's so behind on child support. Also, I just want it noted, this past Sunday, our daughter called her father, just wanted to talk to her dad because she was sad. And he told her he had to make it quick and short because he was on the Detroit River fishing. Robert has money.
From work to do these court cases instead of spending it with my kids. So her and I are the only two being disciplined in this.
Okay. Ms. Pope, is there anything you'd like to tell me?
I agree with what Vicky mentioned. Also, this is a repeated thing. Robert went to jail the end of December. He hadn't made a payment on his child support cases in months leading up to that. So him using being in jail is just a scapegoat. Also, his attorney mentioned something about he plans on filing taxes. I know Robert hasn't filed taxes in a few years, and he's not going to be getting any money back from taxes because he can't claim dependents because he doesn't support his children.
Ms. Hester, Mr. James, I'll have you raise your right hands and be sworn in, and then we'll proceed.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Hester, you can proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're here on 3 dockets. It's 1998-002327, involving Robert James versus Lisa Jones. There was a total monthly obligation of $53.50 that needs to be paid every month. The last payment that was paid was $1, and that was February 7th, 2023, that he had paid on his own. There's been 9 show causes, 3 bench warrants, 1 contempt finding, not including the hearing in February that we had. This was actually adjourned from February 7th, 2024, till today's date. The compliance, I monitored by 2 months at $53.50 a month. It equaled $107. $200 purge was supposed to be paid by April 17th. That total is $307 that should have been paid. The $200 purge was paid, leaving $177 left. The total arrears on this case is $608.11. The last sentencing on this case was June 21st, 2023. On February 7th, Mr. James was sentenced to 45 days in jail. He was told to pay as ordered starting February 2024, plus pay the $200 purge by today or serve 45 days in jail. He has only paid the $200 purge as of April 12th. On the 2014 docket, it's Vicky Huntley versus Robert James, an adjourned show cause from February 7th till today. His total monthly obligation is $469.50 a month. His last payment was $98.27 paid February 28th, 2024 by unemployment. There's been 7 show causes, 3 bench warrants, 1 contempt finding, not including the contempt in February. Monitored his compliance by 2 months at $469.50 a month. He should have paid $939. Then there was the $500 purge, which the total was $1,439 should have been paid. $601.30 was paid. His last sentence on this case was also June 21st, 2023. On February 7th, Mr. James was sentenced to 45 days in jail. He was told to pay as ordered starting February 2024, plus pay the $500 purge by April 17th or serve the 45 days in jail. Mr. James did pay the $500 payment April 12th. And then there's docket 2021-000641 involving Michelle Pope versus Robert James. This is an adjourned show cause from February 7th, 2024. The total monthly obligation is $610.50. The last payment was $141.70 paid February 28th, 2024 by unemployment. There's been 2 show causes, 3 bench warrants, 1 contempt finding, not including the contempt found in February. I monitored his compliance by 2 months at $610.50. That equals $1,221. Plus there was a $500 purge. So the total amount he should have paid is $1,721. He had actually paid $641.70. The last sentence on this case was also June 21st, 2023. On February 7th, 2024, Mr. James was sentenced to 45 days in jail. He was told to pay his order starting February 2024, plus pay the $500 purge by April 17th, or serve 45 days in jail. Mr. James paid the $500 April 12th, 2024.
Okay. Mr. Sackrider, do you dispute or contest any of the statements made by Ms. Hester?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions for Ms. Hester?
Ms. Hester, have you set up income withholding for Mr. James?
I believe an income withholding has been set up. I don't have the information yet, but I know that I had requested that.
All right, no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Any proofs, Mr. Sackrider?
Yeah, I'd call Mr. James.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Mr. James, are you currently employed?
I am, sir. Hello?
Where are you employed?
Oh, sorry. I work at New Horizon Bakery in Fremont, Indiana.
And how much do you earn?
$22 an hour, sir.
And how many hours per week?
40.
How long have you been employed there?
Little over 2 weeks. I just got my first check, which I used to pay the $1,200.
All right, did you notify FOC of your employment?
I did.
And have you set up income withholding?
When I talked to the lady, she said she would get the information over and get the paperwork sent out.
Okay, did you have any taxes garnished for
I
child
did.
support?
It was a little over $1,400. I don't remember the exact amount, but I got a letter that stated that the income taxes were taken for back child support.
All right, did you tell your enforcement officer that you were employed?
I haven't had a chance to talk to Jamie. When I talked to her earlier, it was short, and she said talk to the judge.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to tell the court?
I mean, just that I'm working. I'm paying as much as I can. I paid what I could. Like I said, when I got a job, I paid the purge. I mean, they've taken my income tax. I don't have any other money. I mean, other than the income withholding now that's being taken out when I talked to my HR lady.
All right, thank you. I have no further questions.
Okay. So, Ms. Hester, I'm looking at this as we basically have about $1,850 approximately that's owed between the 3 cases. And so the amount, if his taxes were garnished and it's $1,400, then we're going to have a minimal amount of current, I guess, arrearage, isn't that accurate?
Your Honor, no, the total arrears on each case, I'm sorry if I had skipped that. On the 1998 case, the total arrears is $608.11. On the 2014 case, it's $7,757. And the 2021 case is $13,621.78 that is owed.
Okay.
I have not seen any proof of any tax money coming in yet.
That's fine. I was just trying to figure out as far as the arrearages, and I didn't have the arrearages for the other 2 cases.
I'm sorry.
I had just the one I had $601, the other $641. So I don't know where those came from.
Oh, the 641 number came on the 2021 docket. He
Yeah.
was supposed to pay $1,721 and he had paid $641
Okay, so that was the amount paid.
70 cents.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So just the shortfall for the 3 cases that he should have paid in February and March is
Okay.
about $2,000.
Okay. I guess I'll ask, Ms. Huntley, is there anything you would like to say?
No, sir.
Okay. And the other payee, I don't know what your name is because we have 3 cases.
My name is Michelle
Michelle, what's the last name?
Pope.
Oh, okay. Is there anything you'd like to say?
There is. There is. So this is a pattern of Robert's going back. His oldest case, his son is almost 30 years old, and he's in arrearages. It's a pattern. I think something different needs to take place. Otherwise, it's going to continue occurring like this. He has a son who's almost 30. He knows how this process works. And I don't believe the story about the taxes because he hasn't worked. That's why he's so behind on child support. Also, I just want it noted, this past Sunday, our daughter called her father, just wanted to talk to her dad because she was sad. And he told her he had to make it quick and short because he was on the Detroit River fishing. Robert has money. He has money. He can afford it. That costs money to go fish. You got to put you have to put gas in your boat. Also, the cost of all your jigs and everything like that. Something different needs to happen. That's why he's so far in arrearages with his son who's almost 30. Or it's gonna happen with my daughter and Vicky's. Family court, I thought, is supposed to have the best interest of the children at heart. I mean, and do what's best for them. This is not it. Robert is concerned about himself. He's concerned about himself. If he had $20 left to his name, he could have paid that towards his child support, but instead he went fishing. That costs money. I don't buy the taxes. I don't buy none of that. I don't buy it. His attorney, no disrespect to the attorney, he's new to, he goes off of what Robert tells him, just like the income withholding. His attorney asked him, did you tell your job about it? Well, no, I thought, come on, your son is almost 30. You know how this process goes. I was supposed to have an interview also at 11 o'clock today in Jackson for a job, which I had to postpone till this afternoon to attend this. I'm tired of doing this. We had a call in at 8 o'clock. I drive my daughter to school at 8 o'clock. Okay. So this is an anxious thing to go through. Nobody likes to do this. So my daughter has to experience her mom like on edge driving to school. And this takes away from me trying to provide for my child. Please, I just ask you to do something different. He's not a victim. You're not a victim.
Okay. Thank you. Well, what I'm going to do is I do obviously have some concerns as far as the taxes. And obviously that would take care of some of the arrears, but obviously not that much if you're only talking approximately 1,400. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn the matter to July 3rd, 2024. And I'm going to want to see what you do in the interim, Mr. James. And I will tell you, you're going to have to do something more substantial than what you've done. You're going to have to start paying regularly and putting something additional towards the arrearage in that meantime, or you could find yourself in jail on the 3rd. So we'll come back on July 3rd, 2024 and see what you've done in the interim.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. And Ms. Huntley and Ms. Pope, thank you for coming. I know it's a burden, but we're trying to do the best we can to collect this. So
can I add something just real quickly?
Okay, go ahead.
He has open court cases, and I don't know if it's district or or circuit court right now at Calhoun County for failure to pay his city income taxes. So
Okay.
I believe that's none of our business here.
Yeah, ma'am, that has nothing to do with this hearing.
Good try.
So what happens is we're only interested in what we're able to collect here. And if he has other cases, he has to deal with those as well.
I was mentioning that because he said he was
Good try.
using taxes to pay
Hey,
on
Mr.
this.
James, when somebody else is talking, don't interject.
Sorry, sir.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, I just was mentioning that just because, you know, his thing is he filed taxes and they're gonna, you know, that's all. I just wanted to point that out, that he doesn't file taxes, but
Okay. Well, we will see, because when we come back on the July 3rd date, that will definitely be enough time for that to be processed. And if he hasn't done it, he's just simply saying that, then he'll have to explain that. Okay?
absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all, and you're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you.